Lori Shaw with Renaissance Periodization, and I have a super exciting recipe for you today. You're gonna make a protein cracker with very few ingredients and very minimal effort, and this is gonna be the perfect thing for you to throw in a bag or a small container when you're on the go during the day. Throw it in your gym bag. I'm always looking for stuff that I can take with me that have protein in it. And a lot of times they have to be refrigerated or they're hard to store. This is super easy. So the star ingredient of this is edamame spaghetti. And I found this at Costco, but I've also seen it now in my local grocery store too. So I think it's starting to become kind of everywhere. But it just has a really good flavor to it. It has like a sweetness to it. I've made pie crusts with it. You know, I've cooked it and eaten it as pasta. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen that. I eat it all the time because it just has a ton of protein in it. And you can eat pasta with a red sauce and you're basically having protein and veggies and not very minimal carbs. So we're gonna start with that pasta and just break it up. It's gonna get crushed, but just break it up into kind of small pieces. Add in some old-fashioned oats. And some date sugar. Pour that right in. And then we're just gonna process this. You don't want it to be super, super fine. It doesn't have to be, but small enough. You don't want big chunks. It's gonna help it stay together as a cracker if it's pretty uniform. So you can kind of just pulse it. So it's gotten fine, but it's not a powder. You don't want that, but it's sort of like a fine consistency. I'm gonna use a chia egg, which is 2 teaspoons of chia seeds and 2 tablespoons of water. Just mix it up in a small bowl and stick that in the freezer for 10 minutes. And it's kind of gels up a little bit and turns into something that you can replace eggs with in any recipe. So I'm gonna grab that. We're just gonna pour in that dry mix, add in our egg substitute. Mix that together with some water. And this is not an exact science. You just kind of want to mix it just until it stays together. Like you should be able to pinch a chunk of it and it stays together to make a dough. Keep kind of folding in the water. You want to do this slowly because you don't want it too wet, but it's gotta have all those dry chunks incorporated. So just grab a piece and kind of squeeze it and just see if it stays together. I think this is ready. So I am gonna grab a silicone pan that is actually intended to make peanut butter cups, like chocolate peanut butter cups. So I've used this to make casein chocolate peanut butter cups at night for my last meal of the day. I'm just going to go around and put a small scoop in each of the containers. I'm not gonna spray this with anything because that's the beauty of the silicone is it doesn't really stick. So what you wanna do is just use wet hands and just kind of press this down. Just light little presses. And just keep your fingers wet. That'll keep it from sticking to your hands. And then where I want some flaky salt on top. I'm a salt person. I like a lot of salt. You can always use the fine salt and just use a tiny bit. You can use none. Totally your call. And then these are ready to go in. They're gonna go into a 325 oven for somewhere between like 12 and 17 minutes. These taste so good. They're not like any cracker that you've ever had or bought. That edamame spaghetti just gives this sweetness to it, plus that date sugar. So it's like the sweet and the salty and the protein, the best part. I love stuff that I can take with me that give me protein. And so these crackers are like my new fave. So I hope you guys like them.